The stupidity of people is unfreaking believable. How dumb people are. It doesn't shock me on how stupid people are. Really doesn't. You know, I've seen people so desperate to try to be us on so many levels. It is just super sad. So anyway, Crow, who wants to be me so badly, copied one of our videos and made claim that he did the challenge. First things first, you've got the video zoomed all the way in. So what you did was you went to my account and you copied my video and then made a statement that you did this. Yeah, Jamie copied her video. And the reason why I know that lamp right there is a rare lamp, and I'll tell you why. I got it out of a thrift store. They don't even make that lamp anymore. So you can't go out and buy that lamp out of a store. You can't go to Amazon. You can't get it from anywhere. I got it out of a thrift store for around $3. Those particular lamps are lamps. This is the same lamp. They're metal. The new ones, the old ones, new ones they make are plastic. So this one is my lamp right here. And this is a lamp that's being used in the video demonstration. Because Jamie has a habit of copying people's work, stealing the work and try to claim he did it himself. Mr. Fernando, you got yourself into another challenge now. So now we got to ship more paint to your front door. I keep telling you to keep your nose clean, but you don't listen. So, what we're going to be sending up to your door, well, let's see. We'll send some network grade 773. We'll send more of the refusal because we'll give you the second option to do it again. I think I got a container in here. I do. I actually have the real version of that product right here. So, I'm going to resend this right up to your address for you to do this demonstration again with some other paints, because it just seems like you just don't learn. Buddy, you don't do demonstrations like that. And clearly I can see you went in and copied our video. As you can see, you copied our video and posted it and said, hey, look, I did the same demonstration. Yeah, see that lamp in the video, as I said before, that's an old lamp. That's a lamp that we got at a thrift store. They don't make these lamps anymore. These lamps are out probably roughly, I say, around the 80s. This is all metal. The new ones are plastic. And that is my lamp you're showing in the video. Man, you're stupid. I mean, you're that desperate to beat me at the end of the day. On top of that, you see that casing? It's cardboard. That's my cardboard shelf system I built over there. And on top of that, these are the panels, which we have the individual panels right here. You can see them right here and there. And then the halo system, you don't use that halo system at all, period. So what you did was you went in, got the camera real close to the screen, and you recorded the video, and then came back and said, hey, I did the challenge. Man, you are a liar, aren't you? You are definitely a liar. I got something coming to your front door sooner or later. As a matter of fact, very soon coming to your front door to help you out, but since you got a lot of free time. Buddy, how in the world are you going to call yourself making a black screen paint, completing any challenges that we have, when you can't even make your own product correctly? The fact that we have a box of your paint that we sent to your front door and you sent it back. So this is what I'm going to do, Fernando. I'm sending 6 boxes to your address. Each one of those boxes has a screen paint that pretty much can match your product. I bet you we get all 6 boxes back to this address. Every single one of them. I'm going to have you refuse 6 boxes, and each one of them is made using your formula in a different way. We'll make one out of apple barrel, which we'll send over. Very simple. Apple barrel is the base. Black paint will drop in, probably roughly about 1 scoop. And we'll do like maybe a silver mixture with that. So I'll make my own customization paints using your own tutorial video, because I told you how to make several different versions of paint, and I'll send it to your front door. This is going back to you, by the way, because you were supposed to do this demonstration. It's a real Metallica mix, and I'm going to send it to you. But yeah, you don't have my videos, buddy. You have never made and done any of the challenges. We have had challenges on you for years. and you still haven't matched any. Let me comment on your video real quick. I want to see you do the demonstration. I want you to blow the image up and show the entire environment of you doing that demonstration again, because if you can do it again, you can do it multiple times. I use that today. I show these demonstrations off all day long, so you should have no problem with repeating that demonstration again. Till then, I got 6 boxes coming to your address. We'll ship them out tomorrow. I'll keep you busy for a while. Yeah, copied our video and turned around and said he did the video. Challenge already did. He already did the challenge. Yeah, buddy. This is our lamp right here, and you can't buy these lamps. Let me come out and show you the lamp we have in our demonstration. As a matter of fact, I did a video on how I went to the thrift store and I purchased this lamp right here. These are old lamps. You can't find these lamps anywhere. They don't even basically reproduce these lamps. This is an old metal lamp that I got from a thrift store. Let me see. And what you did was you went in, got close on the screen, recorded, and then said that, hey, look, I did the same thing. So you did the same thing, eh? Oh, I got some challenges for you. I'm going to drag you a bit, buddy. So let's see. Let's give you one outside. Since you said you did it, we'll give you a challenge. So you said that's a technology in there. First of all, it's not even, you got, no, not an SFE, that's outside technology. I literally had to school somebody on that. When they said they had the same thing we have, yeah, buddy. SFEG, Sun Fusion Energy, that technology is for rear projection. ILEG and Fusion Light Energy Gain is for front projection only. The one person said they had the technology. One thing you had a problem was, number one, your dark levels were really, really dark. Like you weren't picking up any light at all, which I roughly think you put black and white paint in there and some silver mica. That's what you put in there to make that, because your white levels were way too low. Second, we don't make a great screen at all. So I guess you were trying to do some comparison or whatever. Yeah, you're out it. Don't even know what you're doing. Keep in mind, people, they're not going to pay for anything that you have at the end of the day. You will not be making any money in any way whatsoever. And you don't know how to make screen paints. We've seen this already. This right here. Yeah, this is my lamp in my demonstration, which you're right now in my video. I have pictures of that on my website. So that means you went in and basically claimed did it. You're that desperate, Jamie. You're that desperate at the end of the day. You really are. You're that desperate. We got 6 packages now coming to your address. You're the only one concerned for the packages. We'll get all of them back. I don't know how in the world you're going to call yourself making our, first things first, how would you call yourself making our product to begin with if you can't make your own stuff right? We got your package right here, your refusal. So, let's go over here for a minute. Somebody sent me that was laughing their head off like, yo, this dude is that freaking desperate. He's in here copying your videos and claiming to be you. Fernando, do I really got to make, I can really make some really problems for you at the end of the day. Do I really got to make a phone call? Don't have to send somebody to that apartment. You want somebody coming to that apartment? Man, you better tell you something. You better chill, man. I got a control order on you, man. At the end of the day, I can literally call ICE right now and put a report in. Do you want me to do that? Because I can really make your life miserable right now. You don't have, you're not documented, buddy. You don't have any paperwork in any way whatsoever. You wouldn't even be able to sell that collection fast enough by the time they get to that address. And what's going on in California right now, you really want me to put pressure on that control order right there? Because it's going to be nightmarish, man. You're going to be separated from your family. It's going to be nightmarish. You understand me? Do you really want me to make a phone call? See? You sometimes try to show mercy even to your enemies, and you're pushing me in a direction that you're going to have me pick up a phone, make a phone call, and I have that right. You're not documented. You committed some major serious crimes in the United States. I can have them at your front door. So, how you want to go about this? You want to keep doing dumb stuff at the end of the day, or are you going to force me to basically make a phone call? It's going to happen sooner or later. That's what's going to happen. We already put the report in. It's only a matter of time before it hits an agent's desk and they come to that place. It's only a matter of time. But I can actually push on it. All I have to do is make an appointment with the FBI. They're right up the street. And that's it. That's all it takes. I see any more dumb stuff this weekend, I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to show you what really happens to people who do dumb stuff. So I'd advise you to go disappear somewhere. You're still going to get your packages at the end of the day because you need to do them anyway, because you should be, if you're going to be out there claiming to have the best product on the planet, you should be doing those tests. That's going to come either way. But if I see any more of that dumb nonsense from you again, I mean, anything stupid like that, copying their videos and making false accusations, I'll put that phone call in. And I guarantee you, Fernando, you'll have some black trucks showing up in front of your house, and these are not the kind of people you want to play around with. And we have enough documents right there. My name, my address, all my information's in there. It's not an anonymous phone call at the end of the day. I gave them all my information so they can reach out and contact me because I want to talk to them personally about the problem I've been having with you. So it's not one of the anonymous things at the end of the day, Mr. Fernando. They have all my information to reach out to me anytime they want to. As a matter of fact, I'm about to put my 800 number and they can reach me too. So, again, do I need to make that phone call? FBI is right up the street. Do I need to go in with my state ID and set up an appointment and let them know that we have an undocumented immigrant over in your apartment E who's committing crimes in the United States? Because I got family right now that are vouch for that. I got people in business that are vouch for that. You have reached out and contacted them and made death threats. Do we need to go down that road? All right, don't let it happen again, buddy. Mind your business. Keep it up. I'm gonna call. You're gonna. At the end of the day, I don't want to be that type of person that you're gonna call me on this, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna push it through. Anybody else would have pushed it through by now. And if anybody wants to take it at the end of the day, oh, that's wrong. No, it's not wrong, because at the end of the day, he is a criminal. Those who support that nonsense at the end of the day, you support those criminals. Number for Allentown FBI. I'm going to set up an appointment tomorrow. And no, you know what? I'm going to take care of this now. The problem we have here, Fernando, is you don't understand until you get... Some people are like that. They don't understand until they get struck. You need to get struck a couple of times. I'm going to call them tomorrow morning to set up an appointment. I'm going to take my control order in, let them know you're undocumented, and they need to have it, a unit come past your apartment and come and get you. Because you don't listen at the end of the day. What would possess you to go in and take a picture of my video and claim it to be... You have done the challenge already. You're just a very sneaky... I was just telling you, you're a very sneaky, slimy human being. You need a reality check. You do. So I'm going to make the phone call tomorrow. I'm going to set up the appointment, and I'm going to go and have it taken care of from there. I got a number already to contact ICE directly. I'm going to reach out to them, explain to the situation I'm having with you over in California, so we can get this mess taken care of. And if you want to get on YouTube and you want to cry at the end of the day and say, oh, he's attacking me because I didn't do anything wrong, buddy, you broke every law you could possibly think of. The only thing you haven't done is I don't rape anybody or you haven't killed anybody. But you broke every law in the book down over in the States. It's countless. Perjury, terroristic threats, doxing addresses. You've done just about everything you could think of. Copyright infringements. We had process servers come to your front door. Trademark. You stole and ripped off people on levels that's unbelievable. So I think you sitting in back of a paddy wagon and zip ties would give you a taste of basically at the end of the day, you mess around and you know how that works. And you just don't learn. You just don't believe me at the end of the day? You have to prove this. I think that's what it is. I think you don't believe me. When you sat there and touched my copyrights and I told you I'd have a process server at your front door, was I lying about that? No, I had him served at a process server at his front door. So guess what? You know what? You want to call my bluff? I'll take care of it Monday morning. So Monday morning, I'll go in, I'll contact FBI, make an appointment with them and say, hey, I have an undocumented over in California, apartment E, give them the whole entire information. I have a report that I did file with immigration, and this guy has committed multiple crimes against my company and family. Taken care of that fast. Mr. Williams has already been taken care of as we speak. You're next in line. Now, again, we already filed the documents. It's already there. It just takes a matter of time for it to end up on the agent's desk. But since we're having a lot of problems from you and you seem to just don't want to let go, I'll just push it. That's all I got to do. I'm going to explain it to you, Fernando. When you get into that facility, if they ever find out how you got in there, I bet you 100% someone's going to beat the crap out of you. Because I guarantee you somebody in there has probably got picked up for no reason whatsoever. Somebody in there who got picked up and either had birthrights here, Somebody in there at the end of the day has been a hard work and just been doing their job, and they got picked up for the sake of just getting picked up. And here you are in there because you broke a whole lot of crime. You caused a whole lot of problems, and you committed crimes. So yeah, you run a risk of getting the crap kicked out of you, because you're the reason why they're on this hunt like this. You're the reason why you got people out there saying that they need to round them all up and take them back, due to the fact that they are dangerous people. They commit crimes here in the United States. That's what they say. And here you are committing crimes here in the United States. So be prepared for it. You got a butt whipping coming. They're going to beat the snot out of you. I got Mexican people myself, my friends, and they don't like you. They call you Mexican Trump. Because you're a Mexican Trump. You're against your own people. I better never catch you out in one of those parades, because I'm going to let those people know at the end of the day that you have been making them look bad. Anybody goes to the blacklist and sees, anybody types in any of your information, pulls up all those different things, those documents we have on you. He's already going through. Man's selling off his collection. He's broke. He has no money and he's broke. Where's he? He has no. You can't get a banking account. You know how much paperwork is needed to get a banking account? You got to show state ID, social security number, all that stuff. He can't have no banking account. The only thing he has is PayPal. That's about it. And that's going to cut pretty soon, because they're going to be asking for documents on that. They never asked for documents for a freaking pay a cell phone bill. So I can see how they're basically trying to squeeze them out. And then Jamie got a nerve to get on there and show the Mexican flag by saying that he's being deported. Buddy, you're not getting deported. You're staying here. We need you here in the States. You got to stand trial. You're not getting deported. There ain't no way in the world you're going back over to your country. There's no way it's going to happen. You're staying here in prison. The stuff that we have on you, you're going to die in prison. I'm telling you like it is. I'm not trying to be mean and nasty. You have a lot of heavy charges, man. You got perjury charges coming up. You know they're going to find out sooner or later about your secrets. They get to digging around in your files, at the end of the day, they're going to find out. And the fact that your landlord allowed you to be in that building, and I'm pretty sure he told you, but that's the reason why you've been in the same building. It's just simple and plain. You've been in the same building for over 15 years. Who freaking stays in an apartment for 15 freaking years? Not only that, raise kids, an entire family in an apartment. And it's not even a big apartment. It's a one-bedroom apartment. So you know there are people sleeping out all over the place. This apartment's cramped and small. That's why you have so much stuff packed in there. Why? Because storage units require documents. Everything requires documents. He can't even put himself in a storage unit. And then bigger red flag, I don't think she may be documented, because again, at the end of the day, she could have got a storage unit. Easily could have dumped everything in there. Y'all can't go anywhere. You walk out of that apartment, you run the risk of one of them unmarked vehicles. Let me tell you how dangerous. You don't even have it up here. Let me tell you how dangerous it is. How I follow all this stuff. I follow everything. It's so dangerous now. They have gotten to the point they have unmarked vehicles. Even FBI, all of them have unmarked vehicles, but you can still tell what they are. Because if that's not the case, anybody can drive it, anyone claim it anyway. And then the scary part is you get copycats. And copycats are way worse, because they don't have any rules or anything whatsoever. So it's kind of like a bit of a purge, if you would think of it. They caught a couple of them claiming to be ICE agents. Some of them don't even wear the jacket, so you don't, nothing at all, plain clothes. So you would never even know if one of them was sitting right next to you. You would never know if half across the street was them at the end of the day. And this guy's over there committing crimes left and right. Anyone caught at the end of the day hiding immigrants, they throw them in jail. They prosecute them too. Because it's against the law now. Trump made it a law. That's why he can do all this. He made it a law. You ever seen any presidency do it this at the day? Not one. Not one. They wrote stuff on immigration, but they never really stuck with it. This is the only one that did it. But far worse. far, far worse. Because he said that they were going to go after criminals. Jamie, that would make that you. That would make that you. Not your next door neighbor. Your next door neighbor can work a 9 to 5, work hard, whatever, so forth and so forth. He's undocumented. Who cares? At the end of the day, let him stay as long as he wants to stay. When he gets the citizenship, there you go. Give him a chance to get your citizenship. But you, on the other hand, are a different class category of delinquent. You are undocumented, but not only undocumented, you have broken laws here in the United States. How many of us here live in the United States would be able to do the things that you do at the end of the day, and people would expect for us to get off scot-free? So that means if we have to go to jail for doing stuff like that, then you should have to go to jail for doing stuff like that. Let me explain something to you, Fernando. I told you that you need to get close with God, and the reason why I told you this, Trump is on a warpath. And those agents at the end of the day, they got massive clearance. They got some clearance they have is messed up. Some of them are actually beating people now. Because they realize there's really no consequences. They don't answer to police. It's kind of like having like a hit squad. That's what they pretty much are. And there was a woman was out there selling tacos. And they just gripped her up and took her. Just like that, right up the street. Just took her. Walking for the bus station, they drive up, just pick you up and take you. They don't got to ask questions, show ID, nothing. Now what makes that dangerous is in the day, what if you get a serial killer that's doing the same thing? So right now, Fernando's life is in a bad situation. Because he's in the heart of it, number one. And number two, if they do a background check, our stuff comes up. It even comes up with the FBI because it shows that bottom line is we've had to file those documents because you committed crimes. So I already know from the door you can't leave the house. You took a big risk going in to sell those toys. But sooner or later that money's going to run out. You can't go back to your job because you know they're going to go there. They go to car washes, they go anywhere. And you know that they got snitches out there, which is far worse. Because if they got somebody that knows where you guys are at, and he's one of you guys at the end of the day, those are the worst ones. We call those, oh, by the way, those are called Uncle Tom. So you can get it right. Because you call me Uncle Tom, and you don't even know what that means. But that would be an Uncle Tom, or a traitor, what you call it. They use them in the drug world. Crackheads. People that would know where all the stuff is at. They would have them go and give them a little money or give them a little fix, whatever. And you tell me where they're at right now. And they'll tell. Because that's where they buy from. They know the source. But some of those crackheads and stuff are on the payroll. And the sad thing about it is, some of those people, like yours, will be on the payroll. And they'll tell exactly where you're at to get a little money or get a little leniency. That's what we call the Uncle Tom. Now, I believe, because Jamie wants to say I'm a racist at the end of the day because he feels that he should come to the United States and commit all kinds of crimes and get away with it. No, Jim, you don't get that opportunity. Nobody here gets that opportunity. I don't get to walk into a bank and rob a bank and walk out scot-free. I don't get to do that. I go to jail for that. I don't get to rob anybody. I go to jail for that. So why should you? So tomorrow, I'm going to make the call. I'll make the call and put it through and push it through. I've got a couple agencies I have to reach out in California anyway and let them know exactly your whereabouts and why they have to make a visit. We have all types of documents on you. You committed all types of crimes, Fernando. I think it's time to wrap this thing up. I'm tired of it, to tell you the truth, honestly. I'm trying to wrap it up. So, I'm going to contact them and do whatever it needs to have that control order on some agent's desk so we can get some kind of team out there to take care of this mess. Because you're a problem at the end of the day. You caused all that nonsense with Williams. Williams went out there and attacked the funeral home out there. Went out and attacked my family, sent naked pictures over there to where her kids are at. You caused all that destruction. Because you were jealous. So I think it's fitting that we have somebody come get you. Now, like I said, you can't go anywhere. Where are you going to go? Can't go through an airline. You can't go through there. You're going to drive. I don't know how it's going to work. You get pulled over one time, that's it. Guarantee it's driving on a license too. Now they ask for identification. They catch you on the street, they ask for identification. Some even ask for identification, just take you. Then they ask for identification. So they got a quota on how many they have to deport, which is just where it gets messed up. So that's why they're taking anybody. The next thing they're going to do is going to get an order to search homes. That's coming. And apartment complexes will be next. Because they don't follow by the same guidelines as police. And as you can see, they get military protection too. Even the Marines. Because guess who's calling the shots on that? Jacked up but true. And Fernando, instead of you praying about the situation, you still continue attacking Christian. How come it's not going to go well for you, my man? It's not going to go well. Well, I'm going to take care of this tomorrow. Make my appointment, go in and meet with an agent, explain to them the situation. So we already have you on file, and we like to update the file because now we found out you're undocumented and you've still been committing crimes against me and my family. We need to have this enforced right away. And then whatever agents you have to reach out to, email, send message, whatever I do, I can reach out to them too to get this enforced. Got to be the dumbest human being I've ever met in my life. It's got to be. In history. When I'm sitting up there relaxing, because I'm going to get paid pretty soon, my new technology is going to blow up. When I'm sitting out there relaxing, Fernando, well, won't be thinking about you. I'll be enjoying my new life. You, on the other hand, well, your nightmare begins. And it'll get far worse than that. It's going to get far worse than that, Fernando. Far worse than that. I bet you through all that nonsense, when you go through all that, you're still going to be doing dumb stuff in there. The difference between there and out here, you know, some people may do something. In there, you get quick justice quick. Yeah. So, since you believe at the end of the day, I'm just talk, I'm going to push that through tomorrow. The reason why I drag my feet on this stuff, Fernando, at the end of the day, not only because I'm a very busy person, got a lot to do, is because I try to forget about these things. I try not to go down that road on anybody. But you don't listen, man. You're the type of person that you can give break after break after break after break, and you will take it as a sign of weakness. So now you're going to know what it's like to have a gang of men on your porch, officers. They're going to push that door right on in and then put you in handcuffs. If I hated you, Fernando, I could have had you just taken care of a long time ago. I could have found out your little secret a long time ago. No background check on you. Then dig up your birth certificate, all that stuff at the end of the day. I could have a private investigator and dig your stuff up. I could have found this out a long time ago. Make one phone call. All you have to go on YouTube, make one phone call. That's it. That's it. That quick. I let a lot of that stuff slide at the end of the day. Touching my copyrights over and over again, let it slide. Threatening my family, threatening people I work with, let it slide. Spread false rumors about me, let it slide. I don't know if you've ever been in the prison system, Fernando, but I'm going to explain. No, I can't tell you. It's gruesome. I'm just going to say, you're going to find out a lot of things about life. You're going to learn a lot of things about life in a place like that. Oh, well. Now, the video you shot, sad to say that we know you're sad. I know you're sad. You do this kind of stuff. You're a very sad individual. You are so desperate to be me. So desperate. Jamie, remember, I gave you permission to make my product and you failed multiple times, and I sent your own paint to you and sent it back. How would you be able to complete a challenge like I did if you can't even do your own paint at the end of the day? Everybody knows you sent it back. The tracking numbers everywhere. So if you're such an expert in your product, an expert at what we do at the end of the day, why don't you cancel the orders? Why'd you give me $1,900 and another $700 off of eBay? And again, this is your paint. So I'm going to get you to send this back to me 7 times. I'm going to ship it to you every week, a new one. And you're going to send it back to me 7 times. It's going to get quite embarrassing the next couple days. And copy my video. Can't even copy my exact video. You stupid idiot. You see that lamp right there, dum-dum? I got this out of a thrift store for $2. You know how old these lamps are? They don't even make these things anymore. The new ones are not made that way. See how thick it is on the brim? They don't make these anymore like this. If they do make them, they're expensive. Got that out of a thrift store. That's the same lamp that was up there. So you thought it was an everyday lamp you get off Amazon. No, I got that out of a thrift store. A real old one. That sells a lot of old stuff. As a matter of fact, there's another thrift store I got to track down in a couple of days. I saw something else. Like, what am I saying? I think I bought a 35mm projector. I think I got one. But anyway, yeah, these are old. Really, really old. Everybody knows the lamp I use in the demonstration. So you just happen to pick up the exact same identical lamp that I use in the video demonstration. That's what you use, right? The exact same identical lamp. That's pretty sad. All right, so you got a lot of time on your hands. We'll fix that. I'm gonna press on this. I think at the end of the day, Fernando, you do this because you think at the end of the day I'm a joke. So I'm gonna show you that I mean business in the day. I'll get it taken care of. I know I've said that on camera multiple times, Fernando, and I have tried with you, man. I really have. I've tried. I've sent cease and desist orders to your home, man. I have tried. Trust me. But this is it. We're done. We're done. I'm going to have an agent at your door. Agents at your door. I guarantee you. I'm going to have that door pushed in when I get done making these phone calls tomorrow. I tried to give you a break on this, man. I really did. At least give you another time. But it's over now. I'm going to contact a secretary of whatever that is over there and show them your control order that we have already. That contact the lawyer over at LegalZoom and explain to him your situation, that you lied on documents. I'm going to basically rain hell down on you. You understand me? H-E double hockey sticks. I'm going to rain it down you, man. I give you opportunities, man. You forced me to do this. Like the process server. They didn't want to send a process server to your front door. We just wanted you to leave the stuff alone. And you take it as a sign of weakness. Fernando, if I were you, I'd leave that apartment right away. I'm just giving you a heads up because I'm going to follow through on this. All right, first things first, before we do all that, FBI Online. Let me see. I'll fill this form out tonight, get this started, so I'm already in the system. I'll put all your information in, what you did, your control number, the whole 9 yards. Let them know we have a person of interest over in California. You're not the person to play with, Fernando. I don't worry about these things at the end of the day. This is why I give you the opportunity to get out of these situations, and you never take them. Now, again, if you want to go on your channel and you want to cry and whine about this and say you're being a no, buddy, we all seen the dirt you've done. The Karen nonsense is over. That's it. Now, mind you, keep in mind that this problem could easily trickle over into your family members. So you know that. But then again, you did use a family member's address to commit crimes also too. So now, because of the cease and desist order that was sent out, or what you guys want to call it, that address, 317 Kern Street, is on there, which means that's one of the documents that we handed over with ICE. All right, let me see. I think I have this in a nice little folder. cybercrime. Cybercrimes, then we'll put the control number, all that in there. You're an idiot, Fernando. You're an idiot. You copying my video doesn't help you at all, period. You can't make any money. You can't do anything. What are you going to do? Go to the post office? You get busted if you go to the post office. You literally can't leave that apartment. Now, what's going on out there at the end of the day? They're snatching anybody. I heard about that woman at a taco stand. You just going to pick up somebody because they're selling tacos, but you just get a hunch. Oh, they're probably... Ooh, that's messed up. Let me see. I need that document. That's what I need that document. All that information in that document. Let me see. I'll make sure I get all this done. Taken care of. I drag my feet on these things, man. I really do drag my feet. Why drag my feet? I give people an opportunity to get out of situations. You know, I really do. You learn nothing at all. Now, we're about to get some pressure. Mr. Williams got us paid. I just talked to my attorney about this. Oh, it's up there. We're going to get paid. My sister's getting paid. Boom, 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 boom. And we're about to get paid. Yeah, they messed up big time. They messed up. They should have removed them. And then we got a copy of the lease. Yeah, he broke the lease multiple times. And they let that slide too. So I think we got the owners of the building. And I think it's mostly the city, but the people that are responsible for hiring the managers that are in that building. That's what we're looking for. And we're going to explain the situation, the energy of Mr. Williams, of messing with other people's businesses and carrying on and acting up and impersonating the minister and all that. So that is going to lead to somebody losing a job or jobs. What time is it? 6 o'clock. I want to get outside. It's just so thunder. If it's not thunder, I'm going to do a video. I've been dying to do some videos at night. Jamie, don't let them take food off your plate. And you have a piece of advice. Don't let them take food off your plate. Don't let them do that. They try to take a food off your plate. Don't take food off your plate. Every single day, you better fight somebody in there. Jamie thinks that place is a joke at the end. You don't find out. Here we go. This is the control right there. That's all I need. That's all I need right there. That's good. Okay. Make sure I got it. And make sure I have that number. Because I need that. That's what we follow. And I got to contact them and talk to them about where we at with this thing, this whole thing. Let them know we're still having problems with them. He's been attacking our families. Because you have been, James. You've been reaching out to my family members. You've been attacking them. They also have the number, and they're also filing a complaint with ICE also. So immigration enforcement, that's what he's in. Shame we got to go down this road. It is a shame, Fernando. I don't like ICE. I don't want to have to work with these people, but I don't have a choice, do I, Fernando? And you keep attacking us for no reason at all. So, you force my hand. This time, Fernando, you see the focus and dedication that I put into making my product? I'm going to give you that focus. So tomorrow morning, before I do any videos, I'm going to contact 16 people that I need to get involved in this to get someone at your front door to have you arrested. Do you think I said about the video? No, the video doesn't affect me in any way. I still get paid either way. My stuff is contracted. We're good. We're getting paid. It's the stupid stuff that you do, man. That's the part that basically is annoying. You just don't know better, man. You do know better. It's like, are you retarded? I have to ask that question. Are you slow, retarded, or something? Because that's the only way I can chalk this up to, anything like that. Are you special needs or what? What is wrong with you at the end of the day? You just do dumb stuff, man. And people who do dumb stuff need to be punished severely, badly. And that's the only way you'll learn. Because in there you do that stuff and then they'll cut your throat in a place like that. You definitely will get sodomized. You think I'm telling this stuff to scare him. Oh, you'll figure it out when you get in there. You'll figure it out. When your cell's open, few people walk in there, walk past and have a look at you, size you up, see if they can take you. When you're sitting out there eating your food, there's always somebody watching. Someone's going to walk over to you, sit down, they're going to spit in your food and try to get you to fight them, or if you can rumble, if you'll fight, or they're going to take something off your plate. If you take something off your plate and you don't do anything about it, they're going to do it every single day, and then they're going to take other things. And then on top of that, you triggered off, what, the other half of my family? Oh, don't forget about them. Remember, you said you said their names on the internet, right? You still got to fix that problem. So they're still going to come out and talk to you about that. Because that's what you did. Now, if you want to sit there and talk to an officer about this, say, hey, we got on YouTube, who says he had some family members that had ties at the end of the day, and there's a good possibility they're going to meet me in prison somewhere. First, I'm going to ask you is, why are you going to prison? Why would you think you were going to prison? What did you do? There you go. You open up a can of worms you can't close. Second, they're going to ask them today, well, what did you do? What did you do to them to get them to trigger off that way? And you're going to say, I went on YouTube and I mentioned their names for all to hear. And he's going to say at the end of the day, well, you broke the law. Now, you can't do that kind of stuff at the end of the day. You're just going to have to call us when they get there. But they're not going to get there because I told them not to, because I need you in court. That's why. They'll get you in prison. Even in immigration lockup, they can get to you. You have no idea what you called on. That's why I was sitting up on all that. I was working on something. He called out her name. I was like, oh, shoot. Jamie likes to walk around on camera like the showboat, like he's a tough guy at the end of the day. You weren't a tough guy when the process server came to your front door, were you? You were hiding in the kitchen. Had your wife come to the door. You a coward. Had her come to the door. He was in there. He heard his voice. Here we go. That's one document. Yep. No place for running this place. Let's see. Alright, that's good. Alright, make sure I got everything here. All I need to see is that control number. That's all we need. That's it. Because I have to prove that I filed the document. Once they file the document, the same form that they had, that we had to file, they got it too. When they got that form, but they got the police report. So, Mr. Fernando, you got my attention now. I'm going to slide. I get up in the morning, I come down here, I get to work and everything, and let it slide. Let it slide, let it slide, let it slide, let it slide, let it slide. No more. I'm going to file more complaints against you. I'm filing complaints against the building. We've tracked down the landlord. We know exactly where the freak he's at. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to him now. Try to give you a break. I do. I have. Terrorism. Civil rights. Yes, cyber crimes. We definitely take cyber crimes right there. Now, what makes this different for you, Mr. Fernando, is the fact that we have a control. We know you're undocumented, so this makes things a lot different. Means we can get rid of you faster. And you go ahead at the end of the day and you say it's racism. It's not. You committed the crime, right? Then I'm going to put you away for it. All right, let me get my control order, put everything in, get that signed, get that documented, get a printout on that, and then I can walk that in there and let them know at the end of the day we had to go in and file. You have no one to blame for what's about to happen. No one to blame at all. Let me see all fields required. I'm not going to do this online and fill all this out. Oh, this is easy. Yeah, we'll knock this out another time at all. I'm going to get that immigration. We had to file with them and let them know who's involved. And once I get that document, I'll be contacting state attorney general's office. I think that's somebody to contact over in California. You know, when you committed perjury, let them know exactly the problem we've been having, who you are, and what you really are in the day. See, the difference between me and you is that when I go out and I basically do this, I give them my name. I let them know who I am. I don't hide behind fake numbers and all that dumb nonsense. I let them know who I am. I need them to reach out to me because we're taking the court. We're suing you. That's what, Mr. Williams. I'm sorry, Janie. So it's over for you, man. That's it. And meanwhile, for those you don't like what I'm about to do, and you sit there and say, well, you don't buy from me at all, period. We don't care. My stuff is contract. You see the technology we just got right now? Please, come on. If I decide to go company over, I still get paid. Don't make a difference. Bye-bye. On that one. So we don't care. So if you support that nonsense of people coming over here and attacking the United States and whatever, then that would make you a terrorist, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. If you're saying that's right at the end of the day, that means that gives me the right to go to your house with a sledgehammer, tear your car up, and go right through your front door, right? I should be able to. Why should I be arrested for it? If you try to arrest me, being African American, I'm screaming the race squad. I'm going to say, hey, you're racist against black people. That's just what he did. There you go. Nope. At the end of the day, he had to serve time to everybody else. That's one of them. Oh, by the way, something came to mind too, Mr. Fernando, that we know that you did. So when I was living in Havertown, you called an inspector on the property. I know. I had a background check. I figured out where it came from. You called them to try to get the building shut down. I got inspectors coming to your property. Yeah, very soon. Because you have a printing machine you're operating there. The problem is too cramped. It's overpacked. You got chemicals in there at the end of the day, especially from the printing equipment in there and all those aerosol cans that we showed pictures of. So you have inspectors coming to the property. Because I know you called that inspector a long time ago, we know. Because for some reason, it just popped up out of nowhere. The thing about it is when the inspector came down, Fernando, he didn't do anything. When the inspector came down, he said, oh, okay, a few fixes here and there, that's about it. And that was the end of it. That was it. So you try to do something to try to disrupt my water at the end of the day. I know you've been contacting my landlords and saying nasty things about me. So, Fernando, when I hit you, you will stay down when I'm done with you. I'm going to get all that filled out right there, get my forms, print everything out, walk that into a building with that control number. And I got somebody I'm going to contact over in immigration about getting somebody to your front door to have you locked up. Because you committed crimes here in the United States, and I can prove it. Your docket number has somewhere between, I think, 37 crimes in it. Anything and everything could possibly, and we got everything scanned, everything. Emails, text messages, all that stuff have been scanned for every single complaint we filed against you that we have backup on everything. So when they read through that stuff, they're going to have nobody, it's not going to take long to have somebody come to that front door. Also tell them to give them your landlord's information. I had a fake landlord call me one time, claimed that he was the person who owned the building. I got his voice recorded. Make sure they get that too. Oh, dumb enough and dumb fake lawyers you get at the end of the day. You don't have a lawyer. Lawyer asks for identification. I know that for a fact. So you have to show some kind of identification that you are who you are. The only lawyers that don't ask for those kind of identification are immigration attorneys, because they know from the door you don't have documents to begin with. That's why you're there. But other attorneys, they require those documents. Can't get a state ID, you need a birth certificate to get a state ID. Oh, we need this right here. So, Fernando, if I don't speak anything on this, it means it's already started. When I'm done, that document's going to be filled out. I'm getting the control number that I need to put in there. Let them know at the end of the day that you're undocumented. You need to be investigated. Someone needs to be at that property. That we have multiple cyber crimes that were committed against you in that property. I have your IP address pinged over 60 times, showing it's going back to your cable box. You committed violations like copyright infringements, where we had the process server come to your door. Documents on that. Posting my face without permission, terroristic threats, inviting people to come down and attack me or my family members. Karma, man, karma. When you're in that system at the end of the day, you're going to get 100% karma. I bet you he gets his butt kicked on the first day. I'll bet you he does. Bet you won't be acting like a tough man in there, will you? I bet you $100 you'll have your head down the entire time. You'll be afraid to make eye contact. Don't cry. Don't let them see you crying. Easy pickings. They're back to tough. What was that movie we watched? Fish Boy. Yeah, Fish Boy. Fish Boy. You remind me of you, Fernando. Fish Boy is this kid that got in all this trouble. He just kept getting more trouble, more trouble, more trouble, more trouble. And he figured, hey, since he was young, they were never going to certify him. They were never going to put him in a man's prison. And he just kept doing dumb stuff after dumb stuff after dumb stuff. You got to watch that. It's really interesting. It's a YouTube movie. It's actually pretty good. You know, apparently he got bolder and bolder each time because he figured, hey, what's the worst going to happen? They're going to send me to camp. Nah, not this time around. He walked, this is back in the day. He walked into a photo hut with a fake gun. Fake or not, you go to jail for that because it's still considered to be armed robbery. And if it's fake. And he thought because it was fake, he wasn't really going to get any time, but he did. So here he is sitting in a holding cell. That's not a juvie holding cell. He's an adult holding cell. They're all adults in there. He was like roughly about 17 years old. Smooth face, 2 on top of that. There you go. Yup. It's like that. You sit in a holding cell. You're sitting on the floor next to a toilet and other people sitting all around. It's crowded in the spots. And all you do is talk about what the freak you did to get in there and your regrets at the end of the day. But, you know, if you haven't been in the system, you've never been in those particular places, you don't know what that life is like in there. Some have already been there. They already been through it before. They can tell you're scared. They can see it. Because you have no idea what's waiting for you over there. So I'm just giving you advice from someone who's already did it already. Yeah, it sucks to be you right now, man. You might not make it out of there. Some people don't make it out of there. I've seen people going don't make it out. Like, what a freak, they got cut up. They got him in the shower. Dang, we just got in here. Yep. Told you I got people at the end of the day. I got a lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of people. First minute I came in and I went and sat in my bunk. Mine had no bunkie in it at the end of the day. It was just me. But the first day I was in there, yeah, they walked right past my cell and looked in. But my people were all on the side of the wall. They were all up in there. And the first day, I remember these guys walking by and they stopped. When they stopped, look, they sizing you up. See what they can take from you. Look inside your cell. See what you got, something they may want to take from you or want to take you at the end of the day. So when they stopped at the cell, my people came out their cell and they did a problem. I said, no, ain't no problem, then keep on walking it. There you go. Those are the same people you got nasty with. Some of them are out right now. No. Stupid. I can tell Jamie was a runner. You look like a runner in a track star. You don't look like the type that can hold your own. But you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what kind of man you are when you get in that place. Oh yeah, this is another, I gotta get this right here. I gotta get this records. I need to get that thing from records too, but I need to show them. I'm going up there. He's a runner, he's a track star. Fernando, let me explain something to you, man. To let it slide this long, you know why? Because that place is horrible, man. It's hell. It's actually hell in there. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So the fact it took me this long to get to this point tells you how bad it is in there. It is really, really bad. So if I dragged my feet and I allowed you to treat me this way and treat my family this way, and I try to avoid every possible way of coming down that road, of putting you in that situation, it must tell you at the end of the day, it is pure hell in those places. See things you'll never be able to take back. Ugh. Let me see. I gotta register second boxes in there. Oh, no, we don't need these in here. We got shelves in here. The freak. yeah, if it took me that long to do this to you, and I could have did this a long time ago, I might tell you exactly how bad it is. The prison movies you watch ain't nothing close to none of that. Ours ain't even close to what I've seen in there. You think I'm doing it to scare you, man? That doesn't even come close to half the stuff you're gonna see, man. There's no way possible I can even begin to even tell you what to prepare for. I can't tell you that. Because each person's experience is different. I can't tell you. I can tell you one thing. They know new meat when it comes in. I do know that. They know new people when they come in, and they know. And they know that anyone coming that's new is opportunity. Something they can get out of you. I think people freak out, man. The police car and tell me, I'm going to jail? I'm going to jail. Yeah, you're going to jail. Yeah. Let me see. I think I wrote about it. You remember that? Yeah, that would explain that problem. Why would they in that problem? Those things from the 70s. The curtains, the hutch table, the brown carpet. That definitely would explain a lot. Runway hasn't been there since that long. Oh no, he might have. Might have been there though. Who knows? Because I know when I met you, you were still in that place. Well, first we didn't know at first. Because he was using some like other people's addresses. That's why we didn't know where he was at. Where he messed up was that customer he ripped off posted his address. I was like, wait a minute, that's his real address? I looked up on Google Maps. I was like, oh shoot, he's right there. You're right around the corner from some people that I know. I told you, I know people in your building. I got family on that way. Not too far. Venice Beach? I got people down there. But anyway, yeah, crazy. When we saw his address, I was like, oh, shoot, that's where he's at. Yep. And he went in and posted it. Oh, I found the file. Let's begin the destruction. Oh, man, you got my full attention, baby. You got my full attention. Jamie, I'm a paperwork junkie at the end of the day, man. I can file any form of document under the face of the sun. I challenge myself with documents. This is what I was looking for. This is the phone. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I got the CCB here. Now, the CCB document, the one we have with them, has everything in there. Your information, all your different forms in it, talks about basically problems you were having with you touching copyrights, all that stuff is in that document, under the docket number. All we got to do is just give them the docket number, showing that you were basically going out and committing more cyber crimes, as in going in and touching our copyrights. That's all I need. I don't need all this stuff. This is in their system right now. So when they pull that file, all this comes up. Shows clear evidence of you talking back and forth to me, and blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. You don't learn anything, do you? Yep. That guy went in there, and he was scared to death. The other one couldn't even lift up his head. He just couldn't lift up his head at all, period. Period. Just couldn't lift its head up. Apartment E, that's where you're located at, right? Of course you're located there. For sure. Process server had to come to your front door to file for you to go to court. That's how much I paid out. I'll show them that. On top of that, we had that process server. You were committing crimes of copyrights, right? That's what Fernando understood. He sat there and said, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. That's why nobody, the reason why the process server was there, because there was enough evidence to convict you. That's why. They don't just come up for the sake of just coming out. And then the transcripts, when I was talking on the phone to the guy on the phone, because I have to be there and somewhat, he said, somebody came to the door. I said, who was it? He says, a woman with glasses, or heavy set with glasses? I said, yes, that's his wife. She wouldn't open the door. She wouldn't let him in at all. She kept the door. She didn't want to. She was talking to him, but she wouldn't let him in. And Jamie heard another man's voice and said, that's him. He hid in the kitchen. Coward. But this time, you're not hiding anywhere. This time, these people are going to go get a warrant. They're going to go right into your building. Matter of fact, they don't even use warrants anymore. They don't use warrants. They're going to walk right on in. Let me see who's up. Here we go, Mr. Fernando. This is a nail in your coffin. You see that number right there? That's a docket number. That docket number is with the copyright claims where we had to file a complaint against you for touching our copyrights. This right here alone will seal your fate. When I put that form in with them, I'll get the docket numbers for them. And what's the other one we need? Oh, you used my license without my permission, right? So this is another one we'll be filing tomorrow. I have to go to City Hall for that one, to file that one. I just got my license. You wanted to copy and use my name, but you can't do that. Using my company's name. Right there, see, copyright claim board. Docket number right there. So if you think it's a joke, Mr. Williams, I'm sorry, Fernando, just watch your door and see how fast we have somebody get there. I'll be contacting them tomorrow, explaining the situation that we're having with you. Of course, the company that you have is fraudulent. That document's also with ICE, so you know that too. They have where you work at, they have where you live at, they have your full name, they have your date of birth, they have how old you are, they have your YouTube channel, they have your email accounts, they have everything. So you know that. Even your Facebook account, everything. Let's see. And they also have that number, the following number that brings up your white pages. You know, just sit back and say and complain. You're bothering yourself. You know, you try to let this stuff go, but not this time. That's who we contacted. Shame, Fernando, I have to do this to you. It really is. Remember, go on YouTube channel and rant at the end of the day. I have your receipts. I'll be sending them over to them for the showing your company was around longer than 5 years. I was supposed to take care of that. I dragged my feet on that one. Yes, I did. Should have had that thing, but I didn't. I let it go. So I'll contact them on that one too. This is the letter I've sent to you for sending us our black paint, which you failed to do so. I'll see you in court for that one. All right, Mr. Williams. Sorry, Mr. Williams. Mr. Fernando, I advise you don't go anywhere. You see what that is, Mr. Fernando? That's a document that I wrote. I'm very thorough about writing documents. I know how to spell, by the way. So, you know what's going to happen once I file one there, right? I'm going to make sure it's very, very detailed. Oh, here we go. I know it's hard to sunk a little bit, and here we go. Oh, here we go. We contacted. So we reached out to. It has all your information now. You know, since you want to go around breaking crime, do whatever you want to do, you know. Homeland Security Investigation Certificate out. I need to reach out to them tomorrow. to see what's going on with my case with them. And I'm going to update the FBI on your activities and what you've been doing. See, when I contacted them the first time, Fernando, we didn't know you weren't supposed to be here. We didn't know that. And all the crimes you committed at the end of the day, no, you should not have been here, well, period. Now that we have new information on you, showing that you are illegal, we can basically take the process now of having the right people come to that address now. And then this is the part that's going to hurt the most. You see what that is? That's the number I was saying. That's a control number. That right there shows that we filed a case against you with the United States Immigration and Custom Enforcement. That's all we need is that number. And that's where it's going. I tried to avoid this as much as possible. But you didn't give me a choice at all. You do this kind of dumb stuff, man. You don't learn anything. Just like when I had the process server come to your front door, the reason why, Fernando, I didn't follow up on it, and I could have opened the case up, could have followed up. Do you know what would have happened to you if we had processed that again and the same process server came out there and served you? You know what would have happened? You got a cyber judge. Cyber judge would request you to basically send over information like state ID, all that stuff, all that information. If you would have forfeited that, that means the next thing that would have happened was we would want a judgment against you, and we would have had a collector come to your house and take all your stuff from you. That's what would have happened. And the only thing you have of possession, because you act like you got all this money, you act like you're rich, that's what you act like. You're rich, got money, blah, 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 and doing this, blah, 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 blah. You don't have anything. The only thing you have is that collection. That's all you have. You have no banking accounts, you have nothing. The job you get paid under the table. I know all this stuff about you. Look how fast he left the room. I know you get paid under the table. I know that for a fact. And you want to come out like this big, bad, tough guy, rich man at the end of the day, blah, 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 blah. That's your attitude. The problem is that same attitude is what caused your destruction. You're trying to be the tough guy. You're trying to be the big, bad guy at the end of the day. That's what caused your destruction. Pride. You know, devil has that. You try to put on this front. That's what you try to do. I saw right through your nonsense from the back. You get paid under the table. You know why you get paid under the table? You made a statement and you're bigger, moving on to bigger and better things. You said you just got a raise. Now, most people say they got a raise. They explain that I got a raise, but this is like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20, whatever, because I got raises before. You made it sound like you just got a raise. And you've been working there for how long at that printing press? For a lot longer than that. So if you've been working there that long at the end of the day, then that means that you should have had a raise by now. Because most people get raised like, yeah, man, that's going to be my third raise. Because I got one that had me at so-and-so and so. And then I got another raise that got me at this, that, so-and-so. People do that all the time. The first minute they start bragging about how they got a raise, they talk about the money they had before. And then they hook me up with this, got this right here. This raise is going to be like $10 more, blah, 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 blah. That's how they do it. Everybody does that. But you never, at the end of the day, you didn't come off like that. You came off there saying, I'm getting a raise. I'm like, what, you just getting paid? Just getting more money? You're working under the table. And usually when you work under the table, just the sad thing about it is, some people don't want to pay you right. Because they figure you made the money. Seems like you didn't want to go anywhere else because you can't go anywhere else because there's other jobs you can make money get under the table, you can. But some people, if they're safe where they at, they're going to be safe where they at. Even at the same spot. Some people don't stay at the same job for that long. But at least if they stay at the same job, they're managers and whatever, they rise up in rank or something. People work for hers for like 25 years. You're not even the same worker. You work for a job at 25 years, you're something else. There were just little things that were popping up, man, at the end of the day that I knew that you weren't who you said you were. And on top of that, being in the same apartment, I mean, the minute somebody has kids, the first thing they think at the end of the day, they move. Because now they're trying to branch out, try to get like a bigger apartment, maybe. Most likely it's a house with a backyard for the kids to run around in. And just how we are. And then the lie and say you moved. That's another thing too. Got on camera. You sat there and lied and said you moved. At the end of the day, yeah, people don't lie. Move. You move. That's basically about it. Now, for people at the end of the day would say, I didn't. I showed everybody where I moved at. Last 4 places I showed everybody where I moved at. We don't show now because we had people that were stalking us, which we showed you evidence of that. Mr. Williams sending us weird pictures and that. Jamie stalking us. So yeah, that's why we don't do that anymore. But you know, Fernando, I don't hide at the end of the day. I'm not gonna hide behind it. I'm gonna let these people, all of them, know who I am at the end of the day. Let's see, were you affected by it? Yes, I was. I'm just gonna put that in there because I'm gonna start that ball going right there. That's me right there. Yes. Get this complaint file. Get all this information we have here in the complaint. All the control numbers and the thing that had to do with immigration and all that stuff. Update everything, and then make an appointment to meet with the FBI so we can get all this taken care of. And on top of that, I'll share these files with immigration enforcement about, you know, we have to contact the FBI about you. Excuse me, man, that was a good one. Sorry about that, people. We'll also let them know your whereabouts. Not your whereabouts. We already know your whereabouts. We'll let them know basically your involvement with Mr. Williams and his activities. Because you're definitely going to get some of that, Jamie. You're definitely going to get some of that. You know him. You guys talk. You're friends. And he's mentioned you multiple times in emails. And he gets up there. He is going to sing like a canary. Yeah, he's going to let them know at the end of the day that he knew you. And you guys are good friends and all that. And he coached you in that. Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to do that. All right. I'm going to get this filled out, get this printed out. I got plenty of printing paper in the printer. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, that's a charge like that. Jeez. Why did this motherfucker come so high? So remember, Williams. Sorry, Williams. Remember, Fernando. We're in the back of that paddy wagon. I want you to remember, it didn't have to be this way. Right now, I know you're in your YouTube channel right now, screaming or ranting, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. It's going to happen. There's no way around this. It's going to happen. You can rant, cry, scream, whatever you want. It's going to happen. The evidence we have on you is staggering. All I have to do is point that evidence in the right direction, and I can have you taken care of. I don't have you locked up, because you need to be locked up. You want to go around attacking people and carrying on? You're the big bad man, right? You're the big bad man. Then you carry the big bad man, you can lock up. Be the big bad man there. See where it gets you at. Okay. Oh, I gotta take care of that. I'll send you a postcard. I'll send you a Mr. Williams postcard. I'm gonna send Williams postcard, maybe Paris. I'm gonna do Paris. I'm gonna send Williams a postcard from Paris. Freedom is beautiful. You won't ever see it again. Alright, what do we got here? 5 on the charge. Cool, man. I'm probably going outside too. Probably do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow because I got it tomorrow. I'll do it then. You know how we work, Fernando? You know how we work at the end of the day. You do dumb stuff, and I crush you. That's how it always works. If I find you doing dumb stuff, what happens? There's consequences for everything. Did I say at the end of the day? You did some dumb stuff. I had a freaking process server come here, make you run like a little girl through your own apartment, and have your wife answer the door. She's the only person that was man enough to come to the door and answer the door. And I call her ma'am. She's the only one. And coward ran in the kitchen. Now you do that dumb nonsense, you send paint to your front door. Embarrass you in front of everybody on YouTube. Do more dumb nonsense, I pop a can of Network Grade 773, claim to be your stuff. Embarrass you again on YouTube. Embarrass you on fake Googles, going and stealing Google images, busted you, embarrass you on that. Send me a fake email, then they tell me buy what I want, embarrass you again. Man, you return $1,900 of my money back to my banking account and cry on every single receipt. You don't get tired of these beatdowns? This one right here is going to come with consequences, some very serious ones. So since you want to go around making fake challenges, well, I'm going to make a phone call. Since you want to do that dumb nonsense today. That's why when you shoot the videos real tight and close. Number one, you don't want anybody to know you're still in your apartment. We know you're still in your apartment. We know you're still there. I told you, you got people in your building. I know you're still in the building. So yeah, that is that. I got people in your neighborhood. I know people out there. So there's that. So you're still at the apartment. There's no place you can go. Any other place, not going to take you. They're not going to take because they're terrified that these, mine is called hit squads. That's pretty much what they are. These people are going to pop up and their neck of the woods and they could go to jail. It's like trying to basically, trying to hide a person that broke out, that pretty much broke out of prison. Nobody wants them anywhere near. We don't want you here because you're going to bring a lot of trouble with you. So I'm sorry, we can't put you up here. And that's literally what's going to happen. So you're going to have to stay, or the only place they'll accept you. That's why you can't go anywhere. And even there is, well, I know he's watching the news. I know he's watching it. So you know he's getting antsy and jittery. And then on top of that, like I said, Jamie, tell me if I'm not wrong on this. Tell me I'm not wrong on this. The reason why you sold that collection is because you have bills that are coming up that you have to pay, and you don't have the money because you can't go to work because you're trapped in the house. Tell me if I'm wrong. Bet you $100 I'm right. He does. He reminds me of Pharaoh. He does. All the destruction can come on Jamie. He still won't turn. This will make you turn. Because when you go to that place, you got two options in that place at the end of the day. Better find God, or the devil will find you. Because you got plenty of people that are watching you when you walk in. And then your fresh meat coming in. You ain't got no tattoos or whatever. If you got any tattoos, you don't know what they're for. What's that for? Got any ties in here? Do you know anybody? Who was it? Which one I was watching a movie on? Oh, a guy was going to jail as an accountant. He was going to jail, he stole a lot of money. He wasn't a really big guy either at the end of the day. And he went to a biker bar to have a conversation with this real big guy in there. And he was asking the guy, then he sat down and he bought him a drink and everything. Look, man, no disrespect, I ask you a question. I'm going to jail. Do I look the type of person to somebody? I said, nah, man, they're going to get you on the first day. He said, I would be on the first day. Hey guys, he said, you got, okay, let me ask you a question again. How do I survive? He said, well, you got to have something that they want. Something they can use. I mean, you have anything, any particular skills? Can you fight? Can you, some at the end of the day? And you just fair game. So you got any ties? Are you connected? He's naming all the different gangs and stuff. He's like, nope. He's like, man. He said, well, that's the problem you're going to have at the end of the day. You have no one to connect with. So pretty much the guy was like, just going to get passed around. That's pretty much what's going to happen. Now, I know it sounds kind of brutal at the end of the day, but that's what happens in those places. All them young boys out there, you want to get in trouble and carry on like that, and get certified and sent to a place like that, that's what really happens to you. Unless you got something of interest that they can use, then you can stay alive in there. Some people say keep your head down low, mind your own business, but you got somebody watching you 24/7. Everybody's watching everybody. They know who's been there, who's not in there. They know who basically just got in, who's been there forever. They're going to know that you're new. That's why they call it fresh meat. So yeah, Fish Boy sat up there in that prison cell with these grown men. These are like 17, these are all grown men. Some been in and out of there. You can tell, look at their faces, another day, just going back in, coming back out, whatever. And the one guy was asking the question. The bodybuilder was asking the question, but there was a really heavy set guy sitting next to him. And of course, you can see he walked on the other side of your life. And the guy was asking the question, like, look at me, look at this guy, look at me. The guy couldn't raise his head to look at him. I said, look, man, you can't even look at me, man, right now. So what'd you do? And the guy was like, you need to rather tell me what you're going to do, I might never see you again. He was like, he brought the food over. He said, oh, shoot, man. You going in with us, you going to the same place we're going. He said, no, I'm probably going to get camped. It didn't work out that way. So anyway, long story short, he went up before the guy who raped, so I had to go through that. So Person works for the system. He basically goes through your chart and see with this, that, and the other, where you're going to send you at, where you're going to go at, blah, blah, blah. How many, where you got to go to court. They write all that stuff in there. That's jacked up, too, because I know how he felt. Man, that guy is deciding, your pen decides your fate and what's going to happen to you. You know how jacked up that is at the end of the day? That an ink pen decides your fate at the end of the day? Yeah. Read off my list of charges, what I was in for, blah, blah, blah. That's what he was going through. That guy was ruthless. Man, he was ruthless. He was ruthless as hell, what? So, the guy's scared to death. He's shaking. And the other guy knows he's shaking. Scared. You don't give him no comfort at the end of the day. He said, well, you got a control order on you. I said, what's control order? Control order is that basically you got to go inside until your case comes up. They can't let them on the street. It's dangerous. Pretty much. You're dangerous to society, so they can't let you out. You don't get bail. You have to stay inside till your court case comes up. He said, so while you're in there, you're going to have to figure out something. Then he said some really bad stuff to him, like, do you ever with other men and blah, blah, blah. And the guy was like, oh, we never did. You're going to have to. If you don't, then you're going to be fair game. That means anyone can take you. You're going to find yourself a man while you're in there. This is some jacked up stuff, but this stuff really goes on. That's not a joke at the end of the day. That stuff really goes on. Now, this kid's scared to death now. That guy just told him it's scared that what's going to happen to him. Because he's smooth face, ain't got no facial hair and nothing whatsoever. Babe in the woods. That's pretty much what's he's in a lot of trouble. And I actually listened to the documentary. Oh, good gracious. Gee, it's a true story. It's based on a true story. It really happened to a kid. But the documentary on it, I read through it. Oh my God, man. It was messed up. It was messed up. She was Louise. Man, it was messed up. And that stuff goes on every single day in there. And he gets down, he sits down, he knows where he's going now. He's going upstate. He's going to jail. He's not going to camp, which he thought he was going. He's going upstate. He's going to be with the men. So he's sitting in the cell, and the guy's asking him, well, you're going upstate now, you're going to be in there with people like me, man. You scared? And the guy was like, look at him. The guy arguing with the guy sitting next to him, leave him alone. They're scared. They're babies. But look at him right there. He got that smooth face. And you pretty too? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Bad place to be at. Bad place to be at. Really bad place to be. You'll never forget that as long as you live. It's a bad place to be at. And you guys can joke and laugh about it in the day, but you wonder anyway. If it took me this long, years, to do this to you right now, it must have been a place I didn't want you to go. I don't wish no more enemies. These are very bad place. I wouldn't let anybody go there at all, period. Did I have problems in there? No, my family got ties, heavy ties. If I didn't have family heavy ties, I probably would have been killed in there by then. I didn't know anything. I was no form of hand-to-hand combat. I did nothing at all, period. I was this thin kid going in. Probably roughly about 100 and maybe lucky if I was 35 pounds. Maybe. I don't know. Probably about 125. So I wasn't big going in. Didn't have a lot of facial hair at all. I didn't get facial until I got older. And I walked into that place at the end of the day. I went into shock. I felt like my body went into shock. I couldn't process it. It's too much. Yeah, bad place to be at. After a while, you get used to it. Been there for a while, it comes like home to you because you've been there for so long. Then you got to go through the process of trying to figure out how to live out there when you're used to being in there. That's the other part that the nightmare picks up. Endless nightmares of thinking you're locked up and you're free, and the other way around, you think you're free, but you're locked up. That's jacked up, mess to go through. But it's a transition you have to go through. But anyway, yeah. So, that was the documentary they did on YouTube. But then later on, someone did his life story. He died there, by the way. He died in the place. But yeah, they did his life story on it. He got on the I think the third day. They got him on the third day. On the third day. Guy came up to claim to be his friend at the end of the day. Yep, that's when he did him dirty. Awful. Absolutely awful. Wasted his life. That's the sad thing about it. Wasted his life. Could have been doing something else. Could have went out and got a family, went to school, and got a good job or something. It's anything. Even anything would have been better than that life. He went through a horrible, absolutely horrible. They have a documentary where the guy talks about it, but he reads off what happened in his diaries. Absolutely horrible. It's a shame. Fine shame. To be born into this world and to end up that way. He had a girlfriend and everything, yep. He had a girlfriend and all. He ended up in that way. I don't know why people make this. Well, I can't say I did crazy decisions myself, so I really can't say it, but I did it myself. Yep. But my life wasn't like that when I was in lockup. I didn't go through all that. That poor soul did. And that's why, Fernando, and the rest of you guys, I tried my hardest to, not because I'm weak at the end of the day, or not because I don't have evidence to come and get you. It's because I've been through that system already, and I know how bad that place can be. And I tried to my best, my hardest, to turn the other cheek as best I possibly could. And you guys took it as a sign of weakness. So now, tomorrow morning, well, tonight, I'm going to fill out that form, get all this information in there, print out my information and all I need. Got to get another docket number from them. Walk that over to the police station over there, and then contact immigration and send them out that document. Let them know that this is urgent and we need to have someone come over there and pick you up. It's not just that picture, Jamie. It's the fact that you just never learn, man. You don't. You don't have no respect for nobody. You just don't. You have no respect for anybody. And I think being in a place like this, and I hate to say it this way, it's going to teach you about life. You don't get a chance to do whatever you want to do, and since you think you're a big, bad, tough guy, go big, bad, tough guy in there and see how long it lasts. I just hope in this process, Jamie, there's no trickle effect. Like no one else in your family is not undocumented. I'm hoping it's not so. I'd rather just stick to you and you only, but I don't think that's not going to, I hope it doesn't happen that way. I hope they don't come back. I hope they don't do anything else. I hope they don't. I hope it's just you and you only. Don't want your wife involved in this at all, period. I don't care how much she knows about it. I want only you and you only. But unfortunately, in things like this, it doesn't go that way. That's why before going down this road of immigration, I had to think about this multiple times. It wasn't something a decision I made right away. That document sat there for about 2 weeks on my desk. But you kept attacking me, and you kept attacking me, and you kept attacking me, so I had to do what I had to do. You don't give people who give you the opportunity to get out of it, Fernando, you don't let them give you the opportunity, because you want to be a tough guy. Now you're going to face what you got to face. It's a shame. I hope you survive it all. I really do. It's a learning experience. When your crossroad comes up, if it hasn't already started, the devil will come to you and he'll tell you dumb things. He'll tell you, be a tough man, be tough, walk around like you're tough, act like you're tough, stare people down. He'll tell you dumb stuff like that. Talk like you're big and bad. You talk like you're big and bad, you're going to trigger somebody in there. Can't be tough on another guy who already is tough at the end of the day. Because now he's going to challenge you. Oh, you think you're bad, huh? You think you're tough? You didn't see people like you, what, a dime a dozen. Yeah. Get yourself into a church program while you're in there. You're going to survive it. You're going to survive it. But unfortunately, we have to do this. Because you don't learn. Alright, that's basically about it. I gotta get where I gotta get done. Let me get this thing triggered back on, get that document filled out over there. I'm being deported for my honest opinion. Jamie, I don't think you ever had an honest opinion. Where's an honest opinion at? Sitting on a bed claiming that you moved and you're still in the same apartment, ripping your customers off hundreds and thousands of dollars, selling them everyday house paint you slide off a shelf with nothing tested whatsoever? I don't think you are an honest person at all. Well, you pull those tricks in there and see what happens at the end of the day. Someone's going to definitely come see you in your cell. Maybe someone's with an S. If you did get deported, chances are they're not going to send you back to your own country. They're probably going to send you someplace else. Because that's what they've been doing. They've been sending people off and, what do they call them? I hate to say it. You know, you're supposed to send them back home. They're supposed to send them back home. This sending them to slave labor. Which don't make any sense. See, that's what I mean. That's what you're dealing with. They're sending them to slave labor. They're selling them off for slave labor. How in the world are you not seeing this mess? See, that's the reason why at the end of the day, with Congress and all that, I don't trust Democrats. I don't trust any of them at all. I don't trust any of them. None of them. The Democrats are not even doing their job now. None of them are. How is all this going on? And it shows you right now how corrupt the government is. This is a perfect example of what's going on and how corrupt the government is. We've been saying it for years, so people don't realize. You got them bright-eyed, bushy-tail people that think the government does. Yeah, it just shows you. How, have you seen the stuff this guy does? How is he not impeached? You see what they impeached Clinton on? Did you even look at that? What they impeached Clinton on? Clinton was impeached because he had an affair with another woman. This guy's run. He's the first person I've ever seen have a Bitcoin with his face on it. Sell his own sneakers, his own Bible. Oh, he's running some kind of scam. And they let him hire Elon Musk to control of the Treasury Department? Are you kidding me? He's not even a government official. He's not even sworn in the control of your data at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? That's madness at the end of the day. But you know why you can get away with all this stuff? Because the government's corrupt at the end of the day. They just proved it. You got so many people in there that are doing all this shitey stuff. Say you got somebody in there that wasn't about that. Say you got somebody in there that's willing to put a magnifying glass under what you're doing. You can't do the stuff that you were doing in there. Because the president, and this guy is a good, honest person, was doing this stuff. He was the president, not the one we have now. They couldn't get away with half of that stuff because they'd basically be under investigation. But if you got somebody in that's going to let anything and everything slide because they're doing it themselves, then you're going to have people just do whatever they want to do. I'll tell you one thing. Once I'm done with this whole thing, with the companies, what I got to do, I'm leaving the United States. I'm not coming back here, ever. I'm dead serious on that. I'm not coming back here. Even at these offices, I'm not coming back here. But I just witnessed how corrupt the government is. I literally just witnessed it. Because usually you would never see the Republicans, yeah, they do dirty stuff, and the Democrats, they do dirty stuff too. But they're not squeaky clean. I'm not for either party. But the fact that the stuff that this guy has done, and they let it slide, he can get an impeachment? Yeah, one impeachment, and they didn't even go. Come on now. You mean to tell me stuff he's doing, even challenging the Constitution, ignoring judges, all that stuff? You mean to tell me he's getting away with this? And every time I heard the bar, I get sick and tired here. Oh, bombshell, bombshell, bombshell. Whatchamacallit did this, but look, unless you can show me this man in a prison jumpsuit, or even in court for impeachment, actual impeachment, not talk of impeachment, actual impeachment, that's the only way I'm believing any of this crap. Just on the talk. That's all it is. You're gonna have a problem with you're gonna have a problem with that, man. You're gonna have a problem. I'll tell you why. You initiated that bull crap. You should have never got involved in that. Never got involved in it. The war they was having, that's between them. We're going to go over there and bomb the nuclear facility? And you didn't even destroy it? That's like fighting a wounded bear. That's even more dangerous. He literally, oh my goodness, you gotta be freaking kidding me. How dumb can you be? And he didn't even get clearance, because he couldn't get clearance for that. He just jumped in and just did it. And then got on camera and said it was obliterated. And they all lied. They all said obliterated. It wasn't obliterated. It set him back 6 months. And half of the uranium they use to make nuclear warheads, 95% of it, like 90%, 95% of it was moved before they got hit. So again, they're mad enough, they're upset enough to fire rockets over to naval bases that we have that are near in that country. So what do you think's going to happen when they have an actual warhead functioning? Where do you think that one's going to? I'm leaving the States. I'm leaving the country. Oh, good luck trying to get our allies to help us out. We alienated that too, so yeah. She with the leave. I'm definitely leaving. I'm leaving. I'm serious. I'm never coming back. I'm done. I'm tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And people sit there and go, oh, but you're not an American. You really want to consider yourself an American? I hate to say it that way. You see the stuff that's going on right now? It's insane. No, I'm good. I'm done leaving. It's time for me to go. I'm leaving. Most likely, I like Japan, but Japan's too crowded. I would visit there, yeah, definitely. I not live there. It's too crowded for me. Switzerland's where I want to go. Get up there in the Alps, the mountains, the air is cleaner, it's much more healthier for me after I get there. I want to be around the folks, that's basically about it. I want the hustle and bustle of the city, nice little small house. I'm good. I'm going right out there and live. I'm done. I'm going to die in Switzerland. That's where I want to be at. I'm leaving the U.S. I'm tired of it. And then the worst thing about it is, the freaking Democrats, they're a bunch of freaking cowards at the end of the day, because none of them want to stand up and do anything. Remember, once in a while, you get someone to stand up, that's basically about it. Man, it's just stupid at the end of the day. You look at it when he was in president, last time he was president, he didn't do half the stuff he's doing right now. Because everybody got some kind of job they're doing, some kind of under-the-table nonsense they're doing, and he's letting it slide. When that was Clinton or anybody else was in office, they'd have got them out in a hot second. Because Clinton wasn't for them, Clinton was for the people. So you mean to tell me he had an affair? Even though it was wrong, he was wrong, but he had an affair, and that's all it took to impeach him? Are you kidding me? And this guy's doing all this destruction? I'm done. That's it. Done. Done. Did so much stuff with that tariff nonsense. Man, you can't even go to another country and mention you from the United States. Gee whiz Louise. The tariffs, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Tariffs. Everything's going to go up and cost more money. Everything is going to cost more money. Hey, what happened to that campaign promise? You people voted for Trump, you MAGAs at the end of the day. What went on with that? They're supposed to be fixing the economy and more jobs and all that nonsense, but things being cheaper, stuff like expensive stuff is. Eggs are through the freaking roof. Everything's expensive. Oh, not for the rich. We don't have to worry about that. Sure, I'm done. I got family members right now that are stationed in other countries. They're not coming back. They say they're not coming back. I got stationed over overseas. They're not coming back. Like, if you could stay for the rest of your life in that space station, I wouldn't come back. I'm like, no, I'm good. I ain't coming back down to that freaking mess. Heck no, I'm staying right up here. Oh yeah, you couldn't get affected by zombies if you were in outer space. That'd be virtually impossible. But how did the virus get in the space station? wish somebody put money into the space station. I'm crazy. I've never thought this much about politics ever in my entire life. Never have. Never thought about it. Never at all, period. I've never seen people do crazy stuff before. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I can literally say at the end of the day that when I passed off this earth, I survived COVID and that friggin' nonsense. Gee whiz Louise. Oh well, it was bound for us last century to go through something jacked up either way. You know, you had Pearl Harbor, they went through that, and you had World War I and World War II, they went through that. So it was bound for us to go through something. They don't launch a rocket at us. I'm telling you, we're going to get it. 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 And I think by the end of the day, we're going to get it. Here, dude, you're ticked. They're ticked. We're going to have World War III. See, but people understand on this particular part of World War III that you think that the war's going to go over there. They got sleeper cells in our country. I don't know how many of them are here. No, I'm not saying all. No, the people. You can't do that. You can't say all. That's like saying all Russians are evil. That's bad. No. You got bad people and good people. But you got sleeper cells in countries. All countries have sleeper cells in them. He don't think. He doesn't think. He's like a bull in a china shop. He don't think. This could have got real bad. It could have gotten really, really bad. But if they had warheads, and they actually had a functional warhead, we'd be in a lot. He'd have started a nuclear war. And that idiot, since he didn't get clearance to do this, who's to say that he'll go down to the bunker and trigger off a warhead? Oh my goodness. He's already, what, 79 years old? Oh my goodness. It's only a matter of time before the other stuff starts kicking in. You don't want that at the wheel. Oh man, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. New rule that you have in the day, you can't be president for a certain age. If you're all that freaking 80 and 90, 80 no white was too old to be president. Definitely was too old to be president. No, you got to be a certain age. It should be at least, the cutoff line should be somewhere between maybe 60. Should be cutoff line. But you can't be president. Okay, well, that's it. Let me get this paperwork filled out because I got to get done. I got stuff to do tomorrow. Excuse me, I might take my fire can out. I haven't done my fire can in the desk. That stuff is actually, that can is actually coated with that technology. I'm going to take it outside and set the can on fire. Sorry, actually, injection can on fire. Play around with that tomorrow. Oh, man. Okay, Fernando, you're taken care of. I got you done. Got your paperwork right here, ready to go. I'm going to go fill out that form, put all your information in there, get that done, let them know the situation we're having, problems we're having with you, and also to let them know we're trying to contact and reach out to your landlord. All that stuff will be in there. So that'll be that. So best of luck. You're definitely going to need it. That's it for me. Gotta go.